Hi there, it's Barbara Rudd-Degenhart, and I'm going to introduce you to the evaluation dimension on the Suke model of feelings and emotions in this video clip. Our goal is to picture all of our feelings and emotions on one logical map in these 7 dimensions, and this blue dimension contains all of our feelings and emotions that are activated in relationship to our view of the present. So all of our happiness and joy related feelings, all of our sadness and grief related emotions are all contained here. And our personal factors in particular come into play in this dimension. Things like our age, culture, gender, personality, family of origin, these kinds of things influence the feelings here. And I like to think of this as our operating system for our situation emotions. So this dimension sums up all of the aspects of our inner world in our current situation, sizing up past and present and future, other people, our appraisal of ourselves and others. All of these are summed up and synthesized in terms of our general well-being here. So what is my status quo, all things considered, right now? It's a default catch-all system. And the quick answer that we give when someone asks how we're feeling, like fine or good or bad or lousy, great, or maybe various expletive words are used here, our sense of gain and loss are all contained here. So similar to the suspension system on a car, this situation function kind of absorbs and balances any irregularities on the road surface or in life through the spring action that is contained here, where we're evaluating everything and summing it up and able to kind of stay stably, if that's a word, moving forward on a smoother ride, and even enhancing fuel efficiency, because that's what the suspension system does. It has that effect of delivering a smoother ride and enhancing fuel efficiency. So the question we're asking in this dimension is what's happening right now okay? If you imagine this lantern is your baseline for this system, it's corresponding to the middle line across the middle here of this dimension, then let's give us an example and look at how the activation might work. So say you're at a birthday party and a friend planned it for you, and during the party with friends and family, you're having a great time enjoying the celebration. You might have feelings like delight or being thrilled or feeling fantastic or fabulous or high, all activated here. And then after the party, after a while, those feelings are going to subside. And then if the feelings stick around for a while, if the party's been particularly good or long, then the elation feelings or mood could develop. So that's a mood word there. High mood, feeling so great. If there's an enjoyable atmosphere, great music and food and whatever, then the mood can be sort of continued. After the party's over though, those feelings are going to eventually subside, and you've got this regulation or return to baseline and neutral here. Now say you're at that same birthday party, but an hour before it starts, you receive very bad news. Say you've lost your job or experienced another significant loss. Then at that birthday party, even though you may have happy feelings activated, there might also be these sad feelings that could even do an override. And so some of those feelings of, just feeling bad, awful, downcast, lousy, miserable, morose. There's lots of words you might use to name those negative feelings there. I've got around 60 on my list, 50 on the top half in this dimension here. So those moods develop when emotions stay around, and I've already mentioned grief. That could be one of the mood words here in this dimension. And then when that's unresolved long term, if there's a lot of loss, if there's a lot of bad experiences, then character can be shaped when our thinking and our behaviors kind of align with those negative moods and negative feelings. And so then you have a feeling or a character developing of depression, low mood that's kind of chronic. And then usually after a while, those negative emotions return naturally to their baseline. Sometimes we need help, a little bit of help or a lot of help to get that regulation. And hypoarousal of this low mood is the issue here, hypoarousal. and so we want to get regulated if possible. We want to be, in terms of moving towards emotional health, aware of bad habits and trying to practice good things to help get us moving towards emotional health. So one of the habits we want to avoid here is self-pity, reflection and thinking about one's own self can get us stuck here. And feeling a victim can get us stuck here. In order to move towards emotional health, we want to avoid or break those kind of negative down habits if we can. And one of the practices that will loosen self-pity and help with living well in this dimension is basically just doing the opposite. So to celebrate, to be happy. We can increase emotional health by finding ways to get up and go out and do things that we enjoy. And the whole self-care industry is based on that thing that we have discovered is helpful for us, that practice that will move us and help us to feel better. And self-care is very important in this dimension. So there's more to tell you about this evaluation dimension. Stay tuned. And in this next video, though, I'm going to be telling you briefly about this attraction dimension, the purple one on the model. So see you in the next video, and bye for now.